TGON and AspMedia brings you Asphere's Cafe. The cafe is now open.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Monday, February 9, 2026, and yes, we are back with another episode of our cafe. So today, as usual, we will be talking about our tech topics along with what's in the latest in technology. And later, in the last step of our cafe, our guest host, Celrix, will be unboxing his cosplay costume that is going to be My Hero Academia costume, which will be unboxed. I forgot. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. So he will be unboxing the Deku costume, which he will be cosplaying. He will be cosplaying in some time, but yeah, he will be unboxing later in the last gap of Asper's Cafe in this episode. So yeah, so we will have a pop culture coffee or pop coffee special later after the tech coffee as we cover off. Okay, without any further ado now, let's get into the round of tech news. So before we proceed even further, how are you all doing so far? Especially to those who are catching us right now, how are you all doing? Okay, so yeah, without any further ado now, let's get into our tech coffee right now and let's see what can I discuss right now. So I do have my bookmarks on X, which I will be seeing which one I will be discussing. Okay, well, most of them are going to be reserved for anime and pop coffee, which I'm not going to be talking about it today. So yeah, we'll be saving that for not next week. We'll be saving that for this Wednesday. Okay, let's check my save bookmarks on Reddit. Okay, there it is. Right, we need to talk about the TikTok about the TikTok. Or is it right? Is it TikTok really? I don't know, but yeah, I have saw a post last night while I was browsing Reddit, and my gosh, we do have a live seller who is apparently also a streamer, and the company who is working with is Gojo Do. So it's basically a buy one take one sale, if you know what I mean. So, let's get my screen share up here right here. Oh my gosh, my input's lagging on the TOC. Anyway, all right. So, did I get it right now? Anyway, there we go. Okay, so what you are about to see is a footage from 2 days ago, and yes, once again, it's a company who is working with Gojo Do. I wonder if that's how it's pronounced. And basically, it's an issue with buy one take one sale. My gosh. So, and we do have this seller right here who is also acting like an unprofessional. Wow. And also he's a live streamer, if I'm not mistaken, based on the looks of it. So if you wanna know how he responds to the concerns, before that we will be reading here. So let me get my translation here. Again, I don't speak Tagalog for obvious reasons. Because again, I'm not fluent here, but let's translate this one. So they're saying is this live just came across my TikTok feed. I tag it shopping because I don't know if there's a form for TikTok shop on Reddit. Yeah, okay. So it does tell me that this is originating from TikTok. Yes, it's originating from TikTok, from what I understand. Gojoku has a promo for buy one take one for February, and many buyers ordered buy one take one, but only one. All right. He ordered it yesterday, so he doesn't know if mine is the same. I get it. The flooding of buyers in the comment section is really annoying, but they're disappointed with what happened. If brands can't fulfill their promo, isn't that cheating just to make a sale? This live seller, or whatever he is, well, yeah. this live seller right here, but he doesn't know exactly who is he. But he saw how he responded. Yes, this is just a live seller and not in the warehouse, so he can control it. But wouldn't it be better if he just flexed his his showing instead of tripping? Naturally, this issue, so buyers prioritize the problem. That's why they're commenting on it. He should just ignore, or he can hit if he can add a pin note to just message customer service for any concerns. That's not it. The other TikTok live sellers really have different minds. Very bad. Okay, so here is the footage. I will show it to you and how not to be this kind of person. Let's watch this.
Ano pinaglalaban mo? Gusto mo i-cancel mo, i-refund mo. Problema mo. Kanina ka pa. Dami mong dama sa buhay ah. Ang dami mong dama sa buhay ah. Ah. Para sa commission? Aanin ko commission. Di ko kailangan yan. Kami naman dito, lumalaban naman kami ng batas.
Okay, you can see very closely in the comment section, there is one person asking where can they reach out to customer service? You can see the comment right there. Where can they reach out to customer service? You can see that comment. And yes, I'm translating it for our fellow viewers outside the Philippines. This is what the context is right there. And yet he is not addressing the issue.
Kung wala kayong sasabihin maganda, makakalis na po kayo sa live, no? No? Kung wala kayong sasabihin maganda, guys, makakalis na po kayo sa ating live. Pwede po kayo umalis, guys, no? Maluwag po ang ating pinto, guys, no? Hindi naman po nakakatulong yan sa sa pag-resolve ng issue ng ating system, eh. So, mga viewers natin dyan, guys,
Oh, that is pissing me off already, because again, his attitude really shows how to not be that type of person, and you get to see the bad examples of a live seller. Yeah, that's not how you do it, guys. This is not how you do it. It's bad. Like, hear me out, because if he's behaving like he doesn't give a crap about it, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's not really good. So, yeah. And heck, you could even see in the comment section, wow, he is really unprofessional. The commenter said they should hopefully just guide the concerned customers on how to reach out to customer service. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And wow, as of 12:55 p.m. 2 days ago, it's now not streamer, but rather your typical TikTok shop girl who does live selling. Well, to my surprise, she's acting like a professional. So that's really good to see. I like this person. I like this person right here. I like this person right here who just decide to be like, yeah, screw that. screw them. I don't. Let's just screw over customers, and they knew they were not really happy, mind you. They weren't really happy at all, huh? They weren't really happy. Yeah, they weren't really happy, mind you. So yeah, what can you say about this? Because this this kind of behavior is absolute wrong. So yeah, and hopefully, uh, he would learn from this again, learn from his mistakes, not to be that kind of attitude. It's really bad. So yeah, even though the subreddit is related to Lazada and Shopee and Lazada, he doesn't know where to post it. Where if they have a TikTok Shop page, which is why he decided to post it in this subreddit, which I completely understand. But yeah, never again to this dude who representing the brand. It is only gonna get worse. So yeah, he will need to be replaced with other sellers who can act better than him. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Let us know in the comment section down below. Really disappointed how he responded to their concerned customers. So yeah, take this as a will, okay? Take this as a will. It's pretty disappointing. All right, let's move on to another one. And yeah, I don't know if I have talked about this already, but it does seem like that Dito Tito Telecom redirected block cryptocurrency sites to, guess what? Gambling. Yes, you heard that right. They're redirecting gambling sites, not gambling sites. They're redirecting cryptocurrency sites to Pagcore. Yeah, Pagcore approved sites, which constitutes to gambling. So, yeah, crypto exchanges, and yeah, this is a courtesy of the PINAS. Instead of their usual generic warning from the NTC, Dito Telecom users who tried to visit Binance, MEXC, and other unlicensed crypto exchange websites are now met with a Pagcore issued warning. The message cautions users that they could lose money by using these crypto platforms, and then in the same breath redirects them to Pagcore licensed online quote unquote gaming sites. Yeah, wow, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Are they really trying to put it in a new law where they encourage people to gamble? Wow, that's really very informational coming from DICT, huh? Oh my gosh, how bad could this be, right? If Tito users are mad with this. Luckily the luckily the how do I say this? Luckily the luckily PLDD and Globe users aren't met with this page. Instead, it redirects to your generic block sites. So that's good to know. But still, it really is obvious that it's really bad. Yuck. Anyway, that is one I can say about this. Why are they encouraging people to gamble? Just why? All right. It is now 6:46 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and I was just told by my sister to bring the card up, and yeah, she's already on her way home. So I will be taking a long commercial break, and later I'll come back to covering some of the topics that we need to discuss. I'm not sure, but I have heard that yeah, I have heard somewhere in r/technology. Let me just find one right here. And also bookmark this one so I don't forget. Yeah, we need to talk about the Windows 11 axing legacy printer drivers, which really sucks to say that. Which really sucks to say that that they're axing older printers support for Windows 11, and well, I'm not even sure if my old printer is going to be affected too. So we'll dive into that later, as well as this one. Oh boy, we admits that its autopilot is often just guys from the Philippines. Oh my god. Oh, anyway, we'll deal with that later. And it's, yeah, we'll deal with that later. Okay. It is now 6:47 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and we will be taking a long commercial break because again I have to take care of my sister's how do you say this? I have to take care of my sister's things, and yeah, she's already on the way home as far as I know. All right. In the meantime, our fan made sponsors, we have Del Sound, Asphere Appliances, Dream Cars Pizza, Coffee, Central C Plus, and Melody Mart. As well as Always Grocery. Don't forget that. Okay, we'll be right back right here at Cola FM, and as radio, stay along with us. I'll be back probably around 7:05, depends, but yeah, I'll be right back. And we are back. It is now 7:12 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and now let's continue with another round of Tech Cafe right here on Asphere's Cafe. Let's get my screen share up. Okay, let's start off with our first topic for this gap is, well, Windows 11 is finally killing off legacy printer drivers in 2026. So that means the next update of Windows 11 will break a lot of older printers. So this is coming from Windows Central. Microsoft is moving forward with a long plan to clean up of the Windows 11 printing stack. Starting with the non-security update released in January 2026, Windows 11 no longer supports legacy V3 and V4 printer drivers, a change that will affect devices running versions 24H2 and 25H2 as the rollout gradually expands. The company first announced the specification of V3 and V4 printer drivers in September 2023, giving hardware partners and customers more than 2 years to prepare. As the final cut-up now approaching, Microsoft is signaling that the transition to modern printing is no longer optional for Windows 11 users. In the official support page, the company notes that starting in January 2026, Windows will no longer support V3 and V4 printer drivers. These older driver models were announced as deprecated in September 2023. So here is the screen. Here's your screenshot of the list of printers, courtesy of Muro Kulak. Now that support has officially ended, printers that rely exclusively on V3 or V4 drivers may fail to install or stop working altogether. Microsoft says most users are already unaffected because the majority of printers on the market use newer driver architectures or modern printing frameworks that will continue to work without interruption. However, systems connected to older printers, especially in small businesses, schools, or home offices using legacy hardware, could run into problems if no action is taken. In these cases, the company recommends contact your printer manufacturer and update to a supported printer driver or another current or another current printing solution. The decision ties directly into the operating system's life cycle and security goals. Legacy printer drivers have long been a weak point, frequently associated with stability issues and elevated security risk. By removing support for outdated driver models, Microsoft can continue reducing attacks, simplify maintenance, and focus efforts on modern printing solutions. Well, if you're out of luck, or if you don't have any supported driver, which is in V2 or V4, users may need to consider replacing the printer or switching to a newer printing solution before installing the non-security update, which is KB5074105, released in January, or before installing the February 2026 security update to avoid disruptions. This move also aligns with Microsoft's broader strategy to modernize core system components on Windows 11, which already emphasizes reliability, performance, and overall experience. Well, as you can see, this is truly the end of an era for older printers like one of these. So, the question if my years old printer will be affected by this change remains to be unseen. So, I will be testing that out when the update rolls out. So, yeah, as far as I am concerned, my printer is from 2011, and I'm not even sure if Windows 11 will recognize it in the next update that will ask V3 and V4 drivers. Now, obviously, the people in the comment section are not happy with Microsoft's decision, as you can see right there. PW26 said easy enough to keep those devices going on non-Windows machine. Leo also said, "Ha, yes, because Linux is exactly known for providing broad hardware compatibility." What Tech said, "Actually, it kind of excel on older, well-known hardware where Windows just drop ball." Praytron said, "Yes, I do. An old Canon FMD where the scanner still works, but it's okay. I am default booting to Linux these days anyway. My next Windows login is going to drag me through the fifth set up your PC, routine decline, OneDrive subscription, decline Office subscription, probably have to reset the host away from Bing, Edge, uninstall Copilot, uninstall all the bloat that has been reinstalled, not rushing to have to do that again." West Break said, "Common practice of Windows and HP, they want you to buy new stuff to keep them in business." Ryan XL said, "Just get a Pi 02W and run your operator through it using cops." Now, this is an actual question. So if V3, V4 drivers are being removed, how will we use printers? Are there V5 printer drivers? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I have to check if my printer is using V3 or V4, because if it does, I'm out of luck. As Leo Zio said, "Not for all old printers. A lot of people have really old printers as they get little use or are specialized business printers. Labels come to mind. In some cases, the brand no longer exists." Toxic Ninja said, "Another reason to permanently disable your Windows updates if you decide that you actually do own your computer and not Microsoft. This is why one should not depend on software to proofread one's articles." How is it that every single update is a mix of downgrade, new major bugs, and a chance to fix some of the bugs introduced? Exactly! Like, every time Microsoft rolls out a new patch Tuesday update, we already get a lot of bugs. Like, what intonation is that? Like, come on, bro. Like, are they really kidding me? Are they really kidding me on how it is? That's really disappointing. All right. Jordan Broadly G said, "So bad enough perfectly working printers were bought by their manufacturers. Now Windows itself wants to toss more not so new hardware into the landfill. There is no hope." That it really is. Because as we are concerned nowadays with Microsoft, they really are pushing you to get a new printer so it will keep working. Yeah, how classic. Big Tech wants you to do. How classic is that? Windows 11 hardware Yep, they're not wrong. But yeah, either way, that is a topic on Windows 11 axing legacy printer drivers such as V3 and V4. And well, yeah, people would rather move. Most people in the comment section would say they would rather move on to Linux to keep their printer supported. And I mean, yeah, it really is sad how Microsoft one move on Microsoft could lead to that. So yeah. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that? It's really unfortunate that they're axing drivers, and well, people are not buying it. Let us know in the comment section down below. Now we're getting into a very interesting situation over at Waymo, and yep, according to TechSpot, Waymo admits that its autopilot is often disguised from the Philippines. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. So, Waymo's chief safety officer, Mauricio Peña, recently noted that when the company's robotaxis encounter unusual situations, they may switch control to the remote drivers. While some of the contractors work in the US, many operate from other countries such as the Philippines. The admission is another example of human workers, often contractors, supporting supposedly autonomous AI systems from behind the curtain. Tesla's robotaxis still rely on human monitors sitting inside each vehicle. Contract labor has been at the heart of AI since OpenAI sparked the latest wave of investment in the technology several years ago. ChatGPT relied heavily on workers from across the world to train its underlying large language model, often for as little as $15 an hour with no benefits. Filipino remote workers also oversaw most of the orders taken through Presto Automation's supposedly autonomous fast food drive-thru system. Meanwhile, Amazon's ill-fated just walk out technology, which claimed to handle physical purchases automatically without involving cash registers, actually relied upon workers in India to monitor customers. I mean, I mean, if it is so going to be automated, then there should not be any workers involved, right? Well, that's not the case because on paper it's automatic, but in reality, there are actually workers from overseas who does that kind of technology. This is so dumb. Tesla's robots, the primary reason why the company is discontinuing its most popular vehicles, became arguably the most notorious example of this phenomenon in late 2024. At the company's We Robot event, the robots admitted that they still relied upon human intervention, and a video of a unit falling over after mimicking the motion of its remote operator removing their headset went viral. However, the senators grilling Pena at the hearing were less concerned about the use of remote workers than the fact that many were not American. Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey called the employment of foreign remote workers completely unacceptable. While input lag from workers operating halfway across the world presents a safety issue, lawmakers were also concerned about Waymo's connections to China and other foreign countries. Although Tesla uses its own cars, Waymo employs vehicles from various countries, including China. The decision drew suspicions that the Alphabet-owned company is attempting to circumvent import restrictions on Chinese vehicles. When asked about the use of internet-connected Chinese cars on American roads, Pena emphasized that the autonomous driving systems are installed in the US. So what have we learned? Well, it's not really automated if human workers are involved. We know that. I cannot say it's fully automated again because the human workers are involved with this kind of technology, which is a dumb technology in my opinion. So, do I think it's fully automated? Absolutely not. So you can see we have over 27 comments and 12,000 likes and shares. That's a lot. So we will be reading right here. Kirby once said, saw this the other day. It's clickbait. Waymo has people who help point the cars in the right direction when they get stuck. That's it. US congressman making a big deal over nothing because he's too old and stupid to understand technology. On M4A4 said, on one hand, why not just disclose that the autopilot has a human backup for when it encounters weird situations. On the other, it is nice to hear that they do have a human backup to possibly be more safe. Actually, yeah, I agree with this one. I actually agree with this one. So, I mean, if it's not fully automated, then we shouldn't call it an automated solution if there are human workers, right? The tech is still in its infancy. It still shouldn't be given 100% trust or control, especially in such potentially chaotic environments. Yup, agreed. Trump nowhere said how much do these autopilot drivers get paid. AI fast food workers in India, auto drivers in Philippines. So it's often just guys from the Philippines then? Monica Python 2 said, fully agree that switching control to the remote drivers in case robotaxis encounter unusual situations demonstrates responsibility and in my opinion is acceptable for such challenging tasks. I am just a bit concerned if these people are confident enough to solve arising problems remotely without detailed knowledge about particular city and such. Yep, that one I can agree. Yeah, I mean, again, it's good, but companies should have disclosed that there are human backup with that. If guys from the Philippines or other countries are driving cars in the US a bit remotely, shouldn't they have valid driver's license for the state in which they are driving, or at least an international driver's license? Even if they have one, how would anyone in the US know for sure? Exactly. How do remote Filipino drivers deal with the sudden appearance of stoplights? That's another concern to keep an eye on. That's another concern. The don't drive the cars remotely. Latency makes that impossible. Latency in video games is annoying, which we all can relate to that. Latency in real life driving will get people killed. Oh my god, that's true. That is very true. But yeah. AI, actually humans. In case you missed it, this is the same as Tesla's unsupervised robotaxi scam. There's a ghost car behind it with a human supervisor, and they're also supervised remotely. They're not wrong. Let's hope that notoriously reliable internet backbone between a car on the roads of the US and the Philippines doesn't drop or get too laggy. They let unlicensed Filipinos. Oh my god, why they got it? They pronounced it wrong, but oh well. They let unlicensed Filipinos drive, but they won't let me drive because I had cataract surgery performed by a quack, which blinded me. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that sucks for you, man. That really sucks. Sorry to hear that. On the other hand, if they ever let me own one of these cars and they actually work, it might help me. Not sure if the article is misleading or the commenters are missing the point. To be clear, this is an actual issue. Having a backup driver help guide the car in uncertain situations seems like a smart thing. They don't remote control drive the car. That is not at all what is going on. The issue that is creating the political noise is that the people are remotely located in another country, not the US, not the city it is driving. This is more related to things like DJI and TikTok than Amazon's just walk out or other fake automation. Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's actually a good point. So yeah, that's pretty wild, I would say the least. And my gosh, are you even surprised right now? So yeah, let me know your thoughts in this one, because I don't really know if this is a really automation or you can call it a fake automation if it's operated by human drivers, when it's not really automated. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next topic, and this time we are looking at 404 Media. So, vibe coding is scaling open source software. Yee. That's crazy. Apparently, I have to sign in. Oh, yeah, I have to sign in. Let me just. I do have an account, so I will sign in right now. Give me a moment or two. And I'm back. So, where was I? Alright, so this is coming from 404 Media. According to a new study from a team of researchers in Europe, vibe coding is killing open source software, and it's happening faster than anyone predicted. Well, what even is vibe coding? Well, thanks to the set definition, thanks to the set term, colloquialism for, how do I pronounce that again? Colloquialism, there we go. Colloquialism for the practice of quickly writing code with the assistance of the large language model. Anyone with a small amount of technical knowledge can churn out computer code and deploy software, even if they don't fully review or understand the code they churn out. But there's a hidden cost. Vibe coding relies on vast amounts of open source software, a trove of libraries, databases, and user knowledge that's been built up over decades. Open source projects rely on community support to survive. They're collaborative projects where the people who use them give back, either in time, money, or knowledge, to help maintain the projects. Humans have to come in and fix bugs and maintain libraries. Vibe coders, according to these researchers, don't give back. This study, Vibe Coding Kills Open Source, takes an economic view of the problem and asks the question: is vibe coding economy sustainable? Can open source software survive when so many of its users are takers and not givers? According to the study, it's a no. So here's the quote from the quoting from the study. Our main result is that under traditional open source software business models, where maintainers primarily monetize direct user engagement, higher adoption of vibe coding reduces open source software provision and lowers welfare. In the long-term equilibrium, mediated usage erodes the revenue base that sustains open source software, raises the quality threshold for sharing, and reduces the mass of shared packages. The decline can be rapid because the same magnification mechanism that amplifies positive shocks to software demand also amplifies negative shocks to monetizable engagement. In other words, feedback loops that once accelerated growth now accelerate contraction. That is already happening, or I should say, this is already happening. Last month, Tailwind Labs, the company behind an open source CSS framework that helps people build websites, laid off 3 of its 4 engineers. Tailwind Labs is extremely popular, more popular than it's ever been, but revenue has plunged. Tailwind Labs head Adam, or I should say, again, Tailwind Labs head Adam Wathans explained why in a post on GitHub. He said, quote, "Traffic to our docs is down about 40% from early 2023 despite Tailwind being more popular than ever," he said. Continuing, "The docs are the only way people find out about our commercial products, and with our customers, we can't afford to maintain the framework. I really want to figure out a way to offer large language model optimized docs that don't make that situation even worse. Again, we literally have to lay off 75% of the team yesterday, but I can't prioritize it right now, unfortunately, and I am nervous to offer them without solving that problem first." Miklos Koren, a professor of economics at Central European University in Vienna and one of the authors of the Vibe coding study, told 404 Media that he and his colleagues that had just finished the first draft of the study the day before Wadhan posted his frustration. He said, "Our results suggest that Tailwind's case will be the rule, not the exception." According to Koren, Vibe coders simply don't give back to the open source software communities they're taking from. Continuing, "The convenience of delegating your work to the AI agent is too strong. There are some superstar projects like OpenClaw, which we did talk about. I don't know if I have talked about it, but yeah. Anyway, there are some superstar projects like OpenClaw that generate a lot of community interest, but I suspect the majority of Vibe coders do not keep open source software developers in their minds. I am guilty of this myself. Initially, I limited my Vibe coding to languages I can read, if not write, like TypeScript. But for my personal projects, I also Vibe code in Go, and I don't even know what its package manager is called, let alone be familiar with its libraries." The study said that Vibe coding is reducing the cost of software development, but that there are other costs people aren't considering. Cohen said, "The interaction with human users is collapsing faster than development costs are falling." That's what he said. And he also said this, "The key insight is that Vibe coding is very easy to adopt. Even for a small increase in capability, a lot of people will switch, and recent coding models are very capable. AI companies have also begun targeting business users and other knowledge workers, which further eats into the potential deep pocket user base of open source software." This one as well. Karen also said, "Vibe coding is not sustainable without open source. You cannot just freeze the current state of open source software and live off of that. Projects need to be maintained, bugs fixed, security vulnerabilities patched. If open source software collapses, Vibe coding will go down with it. I think we have to speak up and act now to stop that from happening." He said that major AI firms like Anthropic and OpenAI can't continue to free ride on open source software or the whole system will collapse. He said, "We propose a revenue sharing model based on actual usage data. The details will have to be worked out, but the technology is there to make such a business model feasible for open source software. AI is the ultimate rent seeker, a middleman that inserts itself between a creator and a user and often consumes the very thing that's giving it life. The open source software or Vibe coding dynamic is playing out in other spaces. In October, Wikipedia said it had seen an explosion in traffic, but that most of it was from AI scraping the site. Users who experience Wikipedia through an AI intermediary don't update the site and don't donate using its frequent fundraising drives. The same thing is happening with open source software. Vibe coding agents don't read the advertisements in documentation about the paid products, they don't contribute to the knowledge base of the software, and they don't donate to the people who maintain the software." And finally, Coran said in the last statement, "Popular libraries will keep finding sponsors. Smaller, niche projects are more likely to suffer. But many currently successful projects like Linux, Git, Dex, or GIP started out with one person trying to scratch their own itch. If the maintainers of small projects give up, who will produce the next Linux?" Yup. What do you say now? Do you say the Vibe coding is a good idea? Especially we're seeing a lot dangers of vibe coding? Absolutely not. So again, vibe coded at your own risk. Remember, if you are learning how to code, read the documentations and keep learning how to code. Don't rely on vibe coding unless it's absolutely necessary. That's my thoughts on that. Anyway, let us know in the comment section down below on 404 media that we just read. It's a very long article, then it's a very long read than expected, but you now know the idea. Now you know the idea about that. Why? Whoops! I will have to do some verification. Let me see if it works. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, this is also another not so good news for Meta because the European Union is threatening temporary measures to stop Meta blocking AI rivals from WhatsApp. Well, does Meta want no competition? Well, it seems like it. So this is coming from Reuters. European Union competition regulators have threatened to stop Meta platforms from blocking artificial intelligence rivals from its WhatsApp messaging service while investigating suspected abuse of a dominant position by the US tech giant. Looking at you, Meta. The European Commission said on Monday that it has sent a statement of objections or charges to Meta over violation of the bloc's rules and intends to impose interim measures to prevent serious and irreparable harm to rivals, mirroring moves by Italy's competition watchdog in December. EU antitrust chief Teresa Ribera said in a statement, "We must protect effective competition in this vibrant field, which means we cannot allow dominant tech companies to illegally leverage their dominance to give themselves an unfair advantage. That is why we are considering quickly imposing interim measures on Meta to preserve access for competitors to WhatsApp while the investigation is ongoing and avoid Meta's new policy irreparably harming competition in Europe." Meta said there was no reason for the EU to intervene. A Meta spokesperson said in an email to Reuters, "There are many AI options and people can use them from app stores, operating systems, devices, websites, and industry partnerships. The Commission's logic incorrectly assumes the WhatsApp's business APIs is a key distribution channel for these chatbots." Meta implemented its policy on January 15, allowing only its Meta AI assistant on WhatsApp. The Commission's decision on whether to impose interim measures will depend on Meta's reply and rights of defense, the watchdog said. The EU investigation underscores the bloc's determination to enforce its antitrust rules despite US criticism of European action against big US technology companies. A Brazilian court last month suspended an interim measure by the country's antitrust agency against Meta on the same issue. Well, obviously not surprising for Meta, huh? Anyway, let us know in the comments on your thoughts on EU's implementing measures against Meta. Well, I don't know if I'm late to the party, but this was posted last Friday. So yeah, it looks like Amazon is having its not so good financial stocks as they face $1 trillion wipeout. Ouch. So this is coming from CNBC. Amazon shares sank more than 5% last Friday after the company's hefty spending forecast surprised investors who were already worried that the artificial intelligence boom is at risk of becoming a bubble. We should let the AI bubble pop, okay? The e-commerce company on Thursday was the latest tech giant to announce plans for a massive increase in capital expenditures after Google parent Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta all signaled they expect their spending sprees to continue. Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta reported about $120 billion in capital expenditures in the fourth quarter alone. That figure could exceed more than $660 billion this year, the Financial Times reported, which is higher than the gross domestic product of countries like the United Arab Emirates, Singapore, and Israel. Wall Street has responded differently to the company's spending plans, sharing Meta and Alphabet's forecasts while punishing Amazon and Microsoft. Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia, Meta, Google, and Oracle collectively lost more than $1 trillion from the valuations over the past week, according to FactSet data. Amazon shed just over $300 billion from its market cap, the most out of the group. Shares of companies developing hardware for the AI build-out will likely face continued volatility as sentiment contagion takes hold. Paul Markham, investment director at Investments, told CNBC. Questions over the extent of CapEx as a result of large language model build-outs, the eventual return on that, and the fear of eventual overexpansion of capacity will be persistent, he added. Amazon announced in its fourth quarter earnings report that its capital expenditures are expected to reach $200 billion in 2026, which was more than $50 billion above analyst expectations. While management is confident on of long-term returns on investment, the lack of visibility is not signal with investors. Mavta Valichha, consumer discretionary analyst at Coulter Chevot, said Friday morning. We have suddenly gone from the fear that you cannot be lost to investors questioning every single angle in this AI race. Analysts at D.A. Davidson downgraded Amazon stock on Friday to neutral from a buy rating over concerns around its spending plans, risk to its cloud dominance, and the potential for AI to erode its retail business. The analyst wrote in a research note, with the context of results from Microsoft and Google, we see Amazon Web Services continuing to lose its lead and now scrambling to catch up through escalating investment. We are also increasingly concerned about Amazon's retail transition to a new chat-driven internet dominated by Gemini and ChatGPT. Apple, on the other hand, which has faced pressure from Wall Street over its strategy and has previously committed far less on CapEx than other big tech firms, has seen its stock jump 7% since Monday, or last Monday, on the back of what CEO Tim Cook described as staggering demand for the iPhone. Michael Field, chief equity strategist at Morningstar, told CNBC, the bet is becoming binary, referring to the huge investments in so-called Magnificent Seven companies. He continued, either a big payoff if these investments come good or a huge waste of shareholders' cash if it goes wrong. So, we know what's coming, and it really seems like that AI bubble is likely going to be popped sooner than expected, as according to investors. So yeah, as AI companies continue to spend, well, they're now worried. So yeah, let us know in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on Amazon's 1 trillion wipeout? And yeah, it really is not a good sign at all. Yeah, let us know in the comment section down below. And last for this, and the last in our tech cafe today is, well, we got a very interesting article from Rest of World publication. The world is trying to log off US tech. And as they say, some users are turning to services like Proton Mail and Upscroll instead. Yes, I have talked about Upscroll before, if I'm not mistaken. Yup, it's this one. So yeah, I have discussed Upscroll last 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't seen my previous episode on Asphere's Cafe from 2 weeks ago, yeah, go watch it right now, as you will see me explain what even is Upscroll, which we will understand. So yeah, let's read the article from Rest of World. In just the past week, France has banned its public officials from using American technology. More governments are considering keeping young people off Silicon Valley's biggest social media platforms, and Upscroll saw a surge in users over censorship fears on TikTok in the US. All of these moves point to a growing unease with US tech firms and tech policy. So, Jonathan Sadowski, a senior lecturer at the Emerging Technologies Research Lab at Monash University in Melbourne, told Rest of the World, said this: the backlash against US tech companies and the global market dependencies on the American tech stack is part of a broader recognition that technology is not neutral, and that the companies that produce and shape this ecosystem have social and political interests in addition to their financial interest. I don't think this is just a pace. Shortly after the TikTok deal was announced last week, handing control of its US operations to a conglomerate that includes Oracle Corporation, hashtag TikTok censorship began trending online. Tens of thousands of users in the US, UK, and Australia joined Upscroll, a new platform that promises to be a haven for free speech. Upscroll quickly became one of the most downloaded social media apps in the US and has reached more than 1 million users. Issam Hijazi, the Palestinian-Australian founder of Upscroll, credits much of the platform's recent success to the perception of politically motivated moderation on platforms like TikTok, he told Rest of World. He said this: a lot of people were asking why there is no alternative to the big tech platforms for their content, which was getting censored. So I thought, why don't we build our own? The European Union, which has attempted to rein in big tech companies with the Digital Markets Act, is pushing homegrown options to products from Meta, Google, and Microsoft, including TomTom and Here for navigation and VCO for video calls. At the same time, more countries are acting to keep young users off social media platforms. India, the biggest market for Facebook and YouTube, is the latest to suggest regulating access. Paris Mark, the Canadian host of the TGON Save Us podcast and a long-time critic of US big tech companies, which you can be heard on AspMedia after Asphere's Cafe, has been documenting his gradual and sometimes frustrating switch to non-US alternatives. His guides lists mostly European options for email, search, maps, and streaming, as well as Zoho, an Indian company that offers products similar to Google at cheaper prices. Zoho's Aratai messaging service, pitched as a rival to WhatsApp, is endorsed by Indian government officials pushing the Made in India policy. They also back Go as an option to X. Elsewhere in Asia, Japan's Line Super app and South Korea's Kakao Talk messaging app and Naver Map are dominant in the countries. With Line also preferred in much of Southeast Asia, except the Philippines. In my case, because Viber is popular than Line here. Line has more than 200 million monthly users, while Kakao Talk has about 55 million users. Regional ride-hailing apps such as Grab and Gojek have fended out Uber, with Grab building its own mapping system, which I see that. There is a realization that US tech companies' policies and products often fail to reflect the needs and realities of users in the global majority. Mona Shataya, campaigns and partnerships director in the Middle East and North Africa at lobby group Digital Action, told Rest of World that statement earlier. It is interesting to see new locally developed and owned platforms emerge, she said. Their success or failure would depend on whether these platforms are genuinely responsive to community needs and on how communities themselves participate in shaping and governing them. The push for non-US options is also about data security. Last year, Trump signed an executive order sectioning the International Criminal Court and its chief prosecutor, British lawyer Karim Khan, for issuing an arrest warrant against Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. As part of that move, Microsoft reportedly canceled Khan's email address. Khan switched to the Swiss provider ProtonMail, which has over 100 million users worldwide. Fears of the US digital kill switch led the ICC to drop Microsoft as a service provider and prompted European lawmakers to question the security of cloud services provided by Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. These concerns are also pushing some countries to develop their own semiconductor industry. Chinese open source foundation models are already enabling small countries and companies to build their own large language models. For smaller countries, they may challenge in translating social and political criticism of US tech companies into successful alternatives, as Fonte Satoshi said. He said, many startups, even outside of the US tech stack, still depend heavily on Silicon Valley for for venture capital and other forms of support to build alternatives, he said. If governments want to take tech sovereignty seriously, and they should, then that means building capacity for indigenous innovations and ecosystems that are disconnected from the domination of US tech firms. Obstacles, he knows. He faces a huge challenge despite the surge of interest in his platform. He said, I'll be lying to you if I tell you I know the answer to how to hold on to the initial interest. But there is an awakening globally, and people know that they have been played by the big tech companies and are looking for alternatives. I am counting on that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting to see the landscape that people are really turning back against big tech, such as Google. And the time has come that means that they're finally looking to switch away from big tech software. And I am all for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the future of that. So yeah, pretty exciting, huh? Anyway, let's know in the comment section down below on your thoughts of people trying to get rid of big tech in favor of alternatives. Again, I am looking forward to that development. Okay, it is now 7:52 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and we will now be taking our last commercial break because coming up later on the Pop Coffee special, Celux will be unboxing his Deku custom which is a cosplay custom from My Hero Academia. So yeah. And as for our tech cafe, that is where we will be ending here, and we will be covering the weekly polls, smartphone weekly poll result, along with this week's weekly poll tomorrow on tomorrow's episode of Asphere's Cafe. But yeah, coming up later on the cafe, as mentioned earlier, Celix will be unboxing his Deku custom, which will be part of the Pop Coffee special on the last step of Asper's Coffee later, and that is pretty much you all can expect. In the meantime, we will be right back right here on Cool FM and As Radio, so stay along with us. We will be right back. Welcome back to Asphere's Cafe. It's now 8:06 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and now, as you are seeing at Serlex, as you are seeing on our stage, we have Serlex. Hello, Serlex. Welcome to Asphere's Cafe.
Okay, there you go. Hello.
Hello, Serlex. Hello, Serlex. Welcome to Asphere's Cafe.
Hello there.
All right.
Hello.
So, what do you have in store tonight?
We're doing another news about my costume have delivered also.
All right. Take it away, man. Your microphone is yours for this one.
So recently, I have brought the Deku costume. It's really nice. So we open up the costume. It's cost 2,000, around 2,700 or 2,800. Then it will take 10 days to deliver. If you want to buy that, then it's good. So the order itself, to ask the what size are you, and any size you want, just to comment them. And there you go, the costume is here. So my height is like 164 centimeters or 5'4" tall. I thought you should discuss with me if you want, Cairo.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, where did you get that? Where did you get the costume from? If I may ask, where did you get that from?
It's from it's on Shopee. It's like
Oh,
2,000.
interesting. How much did that cost? How much did that cost?
Wait, it's like 2,800.
Ooh, that's pricey to say the least. But you get some nice high quality cosplay you got here. So not bad. That's actually not bad.
Yes, you can see the image. We have gloves itself.
That's pretty neat to what I'm seeing here, huh? That's pretty neat.
It's not like it's like plastic. It's like plastic or not. It's more than that. I don't know the material. This one is for foot. This one is for legs also. And this one is the full suit. There you go. Full suit. Yes, it's in full suit. And here's the full look of our costume. And also we are unwrapping the gloves one. There you go. This is the gloves. And this is for for pockets. It's on waist. I mean it's on the middle of the part of the body. It's for torso. Yes. Anyways, I have tried the costume. It's very I don't know masikip. It's masikip. Oh yeah, Cairo, just discuss me now if you want. Cairo, just talk to me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I forgot to unmute my mic. Okay. Anyway, I
Oh,
was saying that that's your custom fit.
yes. I tried to wear the costume. It's very masikip siya. Yes, I tried masikip siya. I don't know. I have to exercise first. And I have to lose weight. So it will be fit in my body.
Oh, so it's too tight, you're saying, right?
Yes, it's too tight. Yes.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Will you be going out to cosplay event with your costume in if ever?
I I don't have a schedule to go to cosplay this time. Maybe on on May 2026 if we have a scheduled cosplay event here.
Okay, okay. All right. So, uh, when if you do cosplay, again, I'm this is like I'm still thinking of questions, but okay, so I think I got it. So if you were going to do a cosplay in somewhere, what will you do? How would you show off?
I'm doing it's like going to wear the this cosplay. So it's like it's really nice. So nice. I mean the wig also is it my the wig also it will be delivered. I think I have to try the new wig one. The first one is very cheap and it doesn't fit to me. It's not. I mean, it's not to be. I don't have makeup. I don't have to try. I didn't makeup at this time when I do cosplay. And
Oh,
also,
okay.
yes,
Okay, so the ma- so there are still some of them that have yet to arrive. If am I right?
the wig will be delivered on tomorrow or 11th of February. Then I have
So tomorrow or 11. Gotcha. And you're going to do it when your show returns? Will you be doing it when your show returns, or how is it gonna be?
I think I have to do it. I mean, I will try it when I find the another cosplay con. So I will live in my show. If the date is advanced, it might be Friday afternoon because someone at the cosplay con should be until 6:30 p.m. or 7 because they will leave now.
Gotcha. Okay. So, if ever are you going to do a face reveal but at that time on your show?
Still, yes. I mean, during the Reina Hispano Americana. Then I will reveal my face during the announcement, so I will cosplay that just for surprise.
Looking forward to that, Alex. So, I wonder how will you look like when you cosplay in the future. I'm looking forward to that.
Also, I
All right.
forgot we forgot a bonus one. So we have
You have a
another
bonus one? Go ahead.
the another one was Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man.
You got a costume for the Amazing Spider-Man. When was that? When was that shipped?
It was shipped around during 3rd of February. During we aired the cosplay live on TQ+3.
Oh dang, okay. Whoops. Why am I seeing a screen share? Oh wait.
It's from
Oh wait,
Review.
that's sorry. That's a footage from TQ plus two. Okay, okay. Sorry.
Do you know that the another uniform was on top left? I brought it from last 2 years ago. The UA uniform.
Okay. Alright. What's inside here? Are you going to unmute the video with the commentary on it? Or is it, I don't know. Is it full of?
I have to mute it. You just say it. Discuss with this also.
Oh, you're gonna mute it because it's not related to what you're saying there, right?
Alas 7:07 na ng gabi,
7-7. Teka. Ayan. So, ayan na po.
Alright, here is the package of here is him opening the
Tapos
package
purple
of
pa, oh.
the Amazing
Grabe.
Spider-Man costume.
Match naman to dito.
Ba't iba yung nasa isip ko sa lalagyan? Sorry for that, Sir Lex. Sorry for that word. Iba yung nasa isip ko. Yung lalagyan ng pepper niyan.
Angelo, tignan mo yung screen ko.
Ano yan?
Oh wow, that looks pretty good, to say the least.
This is the product image from another owner or customers. There you go. The unwrapping.
Teka nga, panoorin. Teka nga, saan ba yun?
This is unwrapping. Yes. The unwrapping of the suit,
What's that?
the mask.
Spider-Man! Spider-Man! Eyo! Wow! Spider-Man! Yes!
Yes! Place of seeing.
Oh! Peterman!
Spider-Man, Ay, gagamba man. Hoy! Anong sex?
Look at that. That's what you call that. Well, close enough, close to realistic, right? Close to being
Yeah.
realistic, right?
The texture then to realistic.
By the way, where you were showing this, was it trimmed off, or what, did you trim the portion, or is this a full episode?
This is probably on a full unboxing.
Ah, okay. Okay. So you did download the full episode and then you edit the portion where you do the unboxing.
Yes, I recorded over DLC for good.
Got it. That's good.
Another costume that was brought last year, it was this. PS4 Spider-Man. And that one was 3 years ago. Do you the price? Yes. Do you want me to ask
That's how much you said that? How much was the pricing?
Spider-Man?
Let me guess. It's around 1,000.
Yes, it's 1,000 on 1,100.
Oh my gosh! So my guess was right.
This one is probably 629 in the middle part. That was good.
629.
Yes,
In the middle is 629, and the right one is
probably on a 500 or 500 between 500.
500 on the right, and then on the left is around 1K. Dang, huh? It really is expensive.
I apologize, my parents. By the way, so this is so insensitive. I think my parents wanted to refund them their actual product, then replace with. Yes, I will not. So just do not do that. Also, don't mind that.
Wait, why?
Don't mind that. Mind that.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
You wait. Was that said? Did this was this did it was that from the video or you actually said it just now on my show?
This is probably I recorded it. And the
Oh
Deku
no, you were
cosplay.
saying the parents part. Was that from the video itself, right?
This is live. Yes, this is live broadcast earlier from TQ.
Gotcha. So was it just today or was it just today or last week?
Last week.
Ah, okay, all right. But so far, I'm actually impressed. Well, with your costumes for your cosplay. You got Deku and Spider-Man. Nice one.
Yes.
Alright, so I have a question. Aside from Deku and Spider-Man, what are your other what other characters will you cosplay? What will you do next?
Oh wait. So I would do I will decide.
There it is. So the price for that cosplay costume is around 2,870. There you go. That's
I said earlier that I would plan to cosplay is Yuichiro Hyakuya from
Yuichiro.
yes, Yuichiro Hyakuya.
Is that also from My Hero Academia? Oh wait, Midori Isuku. Oh wait, I'm confused. What you're
Yes,
saying?
this one is Deku, yes. That's
Oh, there you go. Okay. Right.
I said
Alright.
earlier that is from If you know, I would plan to cosplay is Yuichiro Hyakuya.
Okay. Right. Alright. Aside from My Hero Academia and Spider-Man, what other characters will you be cosplaying aside from My Hero Academia and Spider-Man?
I said earlier I would plan to cosplay Yuichiro Hyakuya.
UHU, yeah. Okay. Sorry if I asked the same question again, but yeah, I was confused for a second. I was like, I never heard of that ever in my life.
Again,
Alright.
yes.
What were we saying? Sorry, what were we saying?
I said earlier I would cosplay Yuichiro Hyakuya.
UHU here, UHU here.
You can search it Yuichiro Hyakuya.
Yuichiro, and then
Hyakuya.
Hiyak.
Hyakuya.
And where is that? And where is that character from?
Omori no Seraph.
Omori.
Omori
Oh, okay.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I get now. Yeah.
Apologies. I'm mistaking it. It's
I get it now.
no Seraph.
Omori. It's from Omori. Okay.
Seraph
Alright.
up.
Yeah, I get it. It's from Omori. Gotcha.
No. It's from Seraph up the end.
Sir Opiate. Oh, never heard of that before actually, Alex. Never heard of that.
It's very rare to see that between white. Then there are vampire characters.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay, so it's definitely not Omori. Am I right, Alex?
Yes, it's not from Omori. It's for Pre-Apple.
Oh, so Pre-Apple is gonna cosplay Omori. From Omori.
That's impossible to say that. He will do it soon.
Oh, he did say that he's going to cosplay a character from Omori, right?
It during the Salita Naman Sanas event. Salita Naman Sanas program, yes.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. That's very interesting to say that to sense that
Not
here.
enough time to buy it because everything is going to be more equipment for our camera.
Is that Pre-Apple unboxing the footage? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, we'll be right back. I have some message So I would ask the parents. You just say it now. Wait for 1 minute.
All right, understood. Anyway, we are still live right here on Cool FM and As Radio, as well as on social media platforms via TGON, Cool FM Facebook page, and also on YouTube via Asphere's Cafe as Media. So again, I don't know if we have any audience watching our episode right now on YouTube, which I will be checking our live chat right here. Let me check real quick.
I will say the topic about the February 22nd later in 2 minutes.
Right, but we're running out of times because we're gonna be only here until 8:30, so we might continue that on probably on Friday or depends. Well, not Friday because I don't do the show on Fridays at the moment.
Because I don't have time to do it.
That's
Well,
fine.
I don't have ending for the previous episode.
Oh, okay, okay. Unfortunately, it looks like we don't have anyone chatting in our YouTube live chat, so yeah, it's pretty empty. Excuse me. But yeah, overall, I have to say about your unboxing in um what was I saying again? What about your cosplay costume for Misuka? Is that right? What's the name again? For
Yeah.
yeah, and that and the Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man. I have to say, you're really getting into cosplay, and as much as I want to cosplay, maybe it's just not for me. But am still interested, regardless, in looking at other people's take or not take, at other people's role in cosplaying. Especially that I watched My Dress Up Darling, which is one of my favorite anime, where it's all about Marin Kitawa doing their cosplaying from various fictional anime shows. It's really pretty. So yeah, have you ever heard of My Hero? No, not My Hero. Sorry. Have you ever heard of My Dress Up Darling, Alex?
I don't wait, so I don't know him. I don't know that.
Oh, this again. Basically, My Dress Up Darling is an anime focused on cosplaying. So if you wanna watch that, you can like watch it right now. It's a pretty good show.
Since I don't have time to do it because I'm focusing to watch on the activities for Reina Hispanoamericana.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm saying I'm just suggesting for your free time, if ever. But yeah, my Dress Up Darling. You should.
I'm going to build my fictional Times Square game.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was saying that you should go watch My Dress Up Darling if you have time because that
Yeah.
show is focused on cosplaying and you'll be shocked to see how it works. So yeah, if you're interested, you can watch it.
All right. Wait, so the reason is why I am cosplaying Deku is because I have shown the characters back in 2019. I saw the character also and the title. Then it grows up back in 2023 because they aired it on TV5.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right, Sarah. They did
I have
air My Hero Academia on TV5 back then. They did
I have
air it.
ready. Just a snippet recording.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you have any last words before we
That's
before
why I
we
forgot
go?
to
Do
mention
you have any
because
last words? Do you have any, yeah, wait. Do you have any last words before we wrap up our conference, Alex?
got to ask about the plans for 27 February. So anyone, we aired the promo on Cool FM and the other TGON radio station because we're going to prepare by broadcasting our beauty pageant called Reina Hispanoamericana. It will be aired this morning on Cool FM. And also, I don't know if we are going to broadcast the Chinese New Year on the 16th of February at 10:30. Well, I wait. So it's 10:30. So it will be like no show on that day. It's Monday.
Yeah. that because everyone would be busy at that time and they will not be able to do the show knowing they have academic works to do. So it's pretty understandable.
Yes. So the Reina is like it will be in the morning because Priapol is going to to host the commentary show. I mean, a commentary that is Priapol, and the Chinese New Year is like DJ 150.
So the commentary he's going to do is going to be on SF Radio or Cool FM?
Cool FM, yes. Priapol is going to join at 8 o'clock until 11.
Oh, when is that taking place? Is it on?
Reina Hispano-Americana, yes.
When is that again?
It's on February 22 at 8:30. If this is the tentative time.
AM, right? AM, right?
Yes, AM.
Okay. Yeah, as a cool head, I will look into that and I will leave it to the other cool heads if they approve your proposal.
The promo is already, it's already aired on DZEX yesterday.
Alright. Alright, aside from that, do you have any other last words? Because we're running out of time.
I think my show is not yet going to start yet because I don't have time to do it due to related events like the Arena is for America because I'm going to watch it. Then I don't have time because of sleep, yes. Or no motivation as well.
Oh, so you're saying you're not gonna start your news that you're not gonna start Celix Unfiltered yet?
Yes, it doesn't prepare yet. Maybe next month or during the cosplay.
Yeah, I'll give you more time to prepare the new segments and planning.
There will
So
be those two segments. I don't know if I will prepare it. Then there's no Clark News and more travel. I would
all right.
hope if there's possible that the second episode will be aired during the con event. It will be held on afternoon. If Rock Weekdays is going to preempt.
All right. You just tell GGG about what you're gonna do, okay?
Going to
All
ask-
right. All right, so Alex, thank you so much for showing us your unboxing of your Deku costume along with Spider-Man. It looks really nice. So yeah, thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you, Cairo.
You're welcome. And with that, it is now 8:32 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and that brings us to the end of Asphere's Cafe tonight. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place, with your usual tech news, and also we will be covering the Smartphone Weekly poll results as well tomorrow. So yeah, coming up next on Us Radio, it's Tech Won't Save Us. And over on Cool FM, it will be a Music Express, where we will be showcasing music videos right here on Cool FM. Alright, so this has been Asphere's Cafe. I'm Kyra along with Celrix, and the cafe is now closed. We will be seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place. The cafe's over. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Asphere's Cafe has served its last coffee for the night. Produced by AspMedia and TGON Entertainment.